Good morning, good morning. What's going on, Ant family? So, I wanted to start today's daily analysis video by zooming out and taking a look at the monthly charts, right? As you can see, month over month, we've definitely begun higher. The close of the body of our candles have been consecutively, higher than the previous one. And we've also seen a lot of long wicks, which is indicating to us that there is some selling pressure. Whales or early investors, they may be taking profits, but still the body of the candles are closing higher than the previous ones. And this is definitely a confirmation that we should continue to push higher. I know that June still has a few more days to go, but looking at the candle right now on the monthly for June, we are higher than where we closed for May, right? So, just wanted to take a step back to give you all peace of mind of what's going on despite how BTC is moving. So, let's take a look at the weekly candle, the weekly chart, to see how we actually closed the week last week. So every Sunday pretty much starts the new week for crypto. UTC time converted to Eastern time would be 8 p.m. So we've officially started the new week today, June 28th, and we actually opened higher than the wick of last week's candle. We're not necessarily going lower right now, even though the week just started and today's Monday. But the fact that we did open up higher than the wick of last week is a great indicator of continued momentum to possibly move forward. So let's take a look at the daily and see what we have going on. As we all spotted a few days ago, on the 22nd actually, we spotted this falling wedge pattern, and we called this as a possibility, but we did have confirmations given the fact that we had 4 touches on the support line as well as 4 touches on the resistance line. And yesterday, the 27th, we actually closed above the falling wedge resistance line, right? And this is very bullish, in my opinion, letting us know that we are being set up for a possible breakout, right? We also have this candle closing being a bullish angle from the previous candle. For anybody that knows how to read candlesticks, you know for a fact that this candle right here on the 27th is a bullish angle from the 26th, right? So how this could possibly play out, we have 2 possible scenarios. Right now we're currently breaking out. We could retest this trend line again at the 0.056 line and then move up to our previous support flip resistance at the 0.076 mark, or we could fail to hold support at this trend line and then fall down a little bit below, coming down to our previous support at the 0.038 line, and then retest this trend line to see if we can get above it and then possibly go up again. Now, do I see us falling below the trend line? No. Why is that? Well, if you take a look at the history of it, we actually have, quite a bit of touches on it. So we have the original impulse here, and following the impulse, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on this trend line. Now, you only need 3 touches on a trend line to confirm a trend. And right now we have 5. And again, the trend is your friend until the very end. And right now, we don't have any signs of this trend ending. We also spotted, BTC is moving a little bit higher over the week, right? Right now, I believe we're currently at 34,000. So, AMP is, showing signs of being coupled with BTC. But that's pretty consistent with every other cryptocurrency out there on the market. So let's dive into the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, just zooming in a little bit about what's been happening over the last 2 days. Again, we saw, this big breakout as we came to the end of our triangle. We retested support at the 0.056 level. And right now we're just moving sideways. So, this sideways movement could, either form a new level of support that's above our previous support at 0.056, or, we could move to the upside fairly quick. It all depends on what the market wants to do. Obviously, Bitcoin is a huge factor in how AMP could possibly play out. But I mean, right now, AMP has pretty much been defying the entire crypto market, which is pretty remarkable in my opinion, as well as the fundamentals. Everything has just been increasing over time. And just being completely aware of my biases. Yes, I am bullish on AMP, which is why I give both sides of the scenario. Where we could go to the upside or where we could possibly fall to the downside. And again, the 4 hour allows us to zoom in just a little bit more, so I can show you guys how this could possibly play out. So if we do go to the upside, it's a possibility we could move sideways for a bit and then go to retest at the 0.074 level, or we could fall down, hit the support line one more time, and then break it, and then go to retest our previous support. Right now, this is showing at the 0.045 level, but on the daily, we do know that we have strong support at the 0.038 level. In which case, if it drops, then a retest is bound to happen to this support line right here. And if we can get above it, then pretty much move like this maybe for a little bit before moving up, or we could continue to move sideways like this and then break it again, in which case we will fall a little bit harder. So let's just wait and see how the market plays out, what the market wants to do, and especially keeping our eyes on BTC. Last but not least, taking a look at the 1 hour, right? Pretty much see the same thing that we saw on the 4 hour, just a little bit more in detail. We definitely broke above this triangle again, and we're continuing to move sideways, right? We did the same thing previously though, right? Like we wicked up just a little bit and then we moved sideways. So this could really go in either direction, but I mean, at the same time, we have not broken our massive trend line that we spotted not only on the daily, but it's consistent on a weekly also. So, I think that it was definitely time for us to cool down and come back to a fair price level. But right now, being as though we are holding support on our support line and we are, bouncing off of our trend line, I don't see any reason why AMP will fall any lower than where it's at right now, or break our current support line at the 0.056 level. Even if BTC falls, underneath $30,000, right? I think that AMP will have to, show us what it really wants to do if BTC does fall below 30,000. So, really, the timing is everything, and I think we just have to wait and be patient to see, what happens, what the market wants to do. But ultimately, looking at the daily and the weekly, these are our strongest time frames. So all eyes are on them for me. I'm also watching the 4 hour and the 1 hour, but I think those intraday trading time frames aren't necessarily giving me the data that I need for trading purposes. So that's why I'm looking at the daily and the weekly. So, more daily technical analysis coming. I hope that you guys continue to remember, the long-term vision of AMP. Right now, we are definitely in a short to medium term bear market, but, I think that personally reversals are coming. Just reading the candlesticks, we have this bullish engulf right here. We broke out of this falling wedge. So, wherever we retest previous support, that support discovery will be shown to us, over possibly the next couple of days. If we continue to move our mouse over, that will actually bring us to July 3rd. So, I think July would be a pretty interesting month. Not only for AMP, but for the entire crypto market in general, right? Taking a look at this article from Cointelegraph, we can actually see that Elon Musk and the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, they will be speaking at a cryptocurrency event on July 21st, right? I think that this will be healthy for the entire cryptocurrency market in terms of, providing some sense of comfort of, where they really want to take BTC mining, and the improvements that they've made to, get mining to an environmentally friendly state. So yeah, I think this will be incredibly good for the entire cryptocurrency space in general, right? Two geniuses speaking about the current state of BTC, how institutional investors can, get involved, and most importantly, just educating the world about, demystifying some of the myths associated with crypto and Bitcoin. And last but not least, what do you know? AMP is in the news again from Bazinga. So, the headline says that crypto market firm, despite BTC woes, the internet computer spikes 37%, Dogecoin and meme coins are in focus with Elon Musk's tweet. And, if you scroll down, you can see that, AMP is mentioned again here. It says other notable gainers, including Zenfin Network, cryptocurrency sign XDC, Harmony, cryptocurrency sign 1, and AMP, AMP. We already know it all comes down to AMP. So, yeah, guys, in conclusion, I think that we just have to really be patient. I don't think there's a need to panic sell. We don't have any confirmations yet of where the market is going, and with that being said, I think that it's a great opportunity for anyone who was looking to, reallocate any type of portions or percentages of their portfolio into either, stablecoin or AMP. And I say stablecoin because, this will be a great chance for you to all dollar cost average, especially if you bought AMP anywhere near the all-time high. So, all biases aside, we just have to wait and see what happens. So until tomorrow, guys, cheers.